this thick and fairly heavy, admittedly heavy report is in itself the most comprehensive study, the most comprehensive set of policy analysis and evidence that is currently available on the issue of industrial energy efficiency. Yet it is just the surface. It is also, maybe even more importantly, backed up by an online database on energy efficiency policies in developing countries.
What is new in this report is that we make this point and this argument for developing countries. That has not been done in 95% of the research done in this field is focused on developed countries. And this is the first time that this point is made forcefully for developing countries. And that is a novelty and the value added of this report.
What we plan to do now is to begin now, as part of the Secretary General's initiative, to begin direct discussions with sectoral groups. If these opportunities are there, how can you begin to talk with the cement industry, the steel industry, petrochemical, as a group to look at this across borders, but in a voluntary way? Then look, giving them evidence about the opportunities, moving that along. Maybe we have a set of initial standards they begin to look at that will evolve eventually through some kind of a process to some common standards that they're willing to adopt. We believe the Secretary General's target of doubling the rate of energy efficiency is realistic. It can be done. This is just one other evidence that in fact it is doable, and we can provide other evidence as we engage in the initiative over the next few years. Can we be a broker as UN under the Secretary General's initiative to bring parties together to say, fine, here is evidence of opportunity, here is what others are doing, and move them along. So from the report was meant to identify barriers, show opportunities, show best practices. As part of the initiative now, that evidence is available. The next thing now is making it practical.
I think in developing countries, if you look at the employment potential of SMEs, it's huge, and if we were to bring about efficiency improvements, then I think that potential would only grow. It will also have major benefits in terms of environmental improvements and reduction of things like air pollution. We need to come up with very clear strategies on how we can create partnerships between government, industry, research and academia to see that we bring about major efficiency gains.
The energy sector is transforming globally, we all know that, so is Mexico. But Mexico is a very different country in terms of energy sector, because mainly you could say that it is a state-owned energy sector. You can say that we have two public companies, one for oil and one for electricity. So Mexico now is on a transition, an energy transition, with two main objectives. One is to reduce oil dependence, and secondly, to diversify the energy mix. In the future, we shall use energy more efficiently, and we could increase a lot of renewable energy because we have the resources. The path, and we know it for sure, from a oil high dependence scenario to a cleaner one in which energy efficiency is the only key that could be applied to transform the energy sector. We created by law a commission that is related only with energy efficiency. The main objective of this commission is to give a specific program to evaluate the policies that we are applying in terms for energy efficiency.
Enterprise, in many cases, enterprises have not been able to fully exploit the benefits of industrial efficiency because simply they do not know, they're not fully informed. Sometimes, or because the decision maker on investment in energy efficiency is not the people that actually know about the engineers that are involved with energy efficiency projects. Or sometimes because simply the banks will not lend the money